or tactical team.
Hey there guys, this is me, Malorian, and this is going to be an Orc tactical team. I haven't done one of these in a very long time. Again, I said in my last paint-episode, I'm trying to turn things around and try and update the channel and trying to bring back some of these weekly content that I used to do and haven't done in a while. So Orc tactical teams used to be a thing I did back in my fantasy days where I would just be doing a short little piece on one little tactical part of the game, and there you go. Just short, sweet. And so here's a new one for Warmachine. Now, what are we talking about today is FA3. Going into the errata and trying to deal with the current Mark II problems, a lot of people are saying we should just have FA3. So, of course, currently some things are already controlled, whether they're FAC or FA2, blah, blah, blah. But it's the FAU. All the things like the jacks, some of the infantry, you know, like say like steelhead, halberdiers and stuff like that. But that's not really the issue here. No one's really going out there spamming halberdiers or spamming mechanothralls and seeing it as an issue. Where people are finding this as an issue is where people are going out there and they're spamming things like Una 2 with all the griffins, or if you're going with Karchev with all the mad dogs. And people's answer to this is like, well, if we don't want them to be taking 12 or whatever mad dogs, and we just make it so it's FA3, boom, he can only take 3, we fixed the problem, time to go home. Now, there's multiple reasons why I don't think this is a good idea, and let's start off the first one, which is it's going to piss a lot of people off. I mean, already when they made the one change to say like taking away the themes so that evolutionaryism, whatever, you know, the one that used to be Calandra's tier where she had all the lights for -1 and all these troll players bought all these models, and then that took away, so there's no way you could play all those models at the same time. They said, you just invalidated my purchase. Now, that was true and not true, because sure, you can't play them all together at the same time, but you can still use them in different combinations and different lists. So the models you owned weren't invalidated. Now, in some of the cases where they were say like with my gun mages there. So for my Signar gun mages, I had 6 units of them for the one tier, and then when that tier went away, I can only use 2 now. So yeah, I can right now say that they're invalidated, although I'm still waiting to see if maybe the new theme forces will allow them later. Now, the problem with going to FA3 is that is really going to catch a lot of people. That's not even just for the theme forces, right? Theme forces were maybe an issue in Mark II, so the fact that people are complaining because they don't have their old themes, that's maybe not necessarily a big deal. However, people buying things that weren't part of the themes that now you're invalidating, that's completely different. Now that's getting into the range of things like my Mobius, my Bloat Thralls, where you told me I could use Mobius, and then a couple months later, you can't use Mobius or your Bloat Thralls that you bought, and so that really leaves a sour taste in people's mouths. And even though there's those really bad cases where people have a bajillion war dogs or bajillion whatever, okay, but there's also the cases where people just have 4 or something. Maybe they have 4 ironclads for something like a little thing there, or 4 of the nomads, or something like that. Or a lot more common, say, with the lights, right? Maybe somebody brought 4 of the pirate trolls, right? Not really a massive spam, but you're going for more of a fire theme, and that's what they had in there. Or 4 axers, or whatever. Is that really the problem? Is that really the issue? And for all these people there, you will now be invalidating those purchases and saying, all right, those are basically useless unless down the line we have a theme that's going to be changing the FA of these things here, which I think people would already recognize that's wrong, because if that was bad in Mark II and now we're going to say that's how we're going to not invalidate things in Mark III, we're kind of just fixing it just to break it again. So it's not really the right way to do it. For me, my biggest part is my Buccaneers. The Buccaneers would be like the innocent collateral damage here, where I just thought they're hilarious. It turns out they're actually legit in Mark III, but they're not broken, right? People aren't going across the internet saying, oh my god, Buccaneers, we need to fix this now. They're competitive, but they're not, you know, winning any tournaments yet. Anyway, with this here, for my part personally, if they came out and said, oh, it's now FA3, my 14 Buccaneers I have, 11 of them would now just be invalidated. And what do I do with them? You know, I bought them because it's a cool thing for me. I don't know very many other people even want Buccaneers, especially if you take away this whole idea of having lots of them. So that would just be absolutely horrendous. I'd be really pissed off. I might just not play for a little bit. I might be so pissed off. I'm not making threats here. I'm just saying, personally, I'd be very mad, and I don't know what I'd do about it. I'd just be very upset about it. So that's not good, right? Pissing off players means that you might be losing players, negative attitude, not what Privateer Press wants. Here's a second reason. It's not even going to work. So in some of these cases, like the Buccaneers, all right, I lose those Buccaneers, and that really sucks. There you go. The Buccaneer Swarm is no longer a thing. Is it? Because what I can do now is just say, okay, if I can't do all Buccaneers, I'll take 3 Buccaneers and 3 Talons, and then whatever else, and I'm still jamming 6 Jacks into your face right away. That's kind of what I was doing already in Mark II, where I couldn't give out all the focus to them, so only 6 of them could do that super far, with the rest being just behind. And if now, instead of the things being behind being, you know, more Buccaneers, if there's things like whatever infantry I want, or 3 nomads, or whatever, it's not really changing what it was. Same thing for the Mad Dogs. Okay, there you go, bam. You can only take 3 Mad Dogs now, fixed. Well, no, it's not, because they're going to take 3 Mad Dogs, 3 whatevers, and 3 more whatevers, right? Let's take other Jacks, right? 3 Juggernauts, 3 Marauders, whatever they want, and it's still going to be a Jack spam that's going to be very powerful with all these counter charges and the feet and everything else. It's not really fixing the issue. Maybe like a step increase towards a fix, but it's still not answering and fixing the core problem. Same thing with Una 2. If she has all these Griffins, and it's a real problem because all these Griffins are running up and they're blocking out scenarios and stuff like this, FA3 won't do a damn thing. There's 3 different types of Griffins, meaning that you'll still have at least 9 Griffins, plus whatever other heavies and infantry she wants to mix in there as well. So it's really not doing anything. So I really don't see this as being a straight up fix. It's people who are saying, well, you know, people are spamming, let's take away the spam, FA3 done, and not really thinking about what the next stage would be, right? And that's what the next stage would be. You'd have a whole bunch of people who are pissed off. You'd have just lists, which are now just 3 of different things, and you're still in the same place. So I guess at the end of the day, what do I feel is the right fix for this if FA3 doesn't work? Fix the points. If people are spamming something and it's overly effective, like again, I'm spamming Buccaneers, but I don't feel like it's overly dominant of the game. The fact that I'm finding a way to be very competitive with Buccaneers, that's great, but I'm not like leaving people in a haze going, oh my god, there's no fix, there's no counter to this. Find the areas where there is a problem and fix it. You know, if it's Una 2 and the main problem there, the root cause is that feat making them invincible to all combat, fix that. If it's Mad Dogs and they're just too damn cheap for a heavy, fix the cost. So you have to get down to that root issue. So anyway, that's going to be this Orc Tactical Team. Like I said, just a fast little thing to get out there. And please let me know what you guys think. Down below in the comments, we can have a conversation about this and it'll be great. So there you go, guys. I'm going to try and do one of these every single week and hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. So I'll catch you later. Bye.